You have been with me to the place that is, I return there all the time. Hardest moments, death, grief, that is where I sat with you.
Yes.
That was the first place that I felt connected to myself and my body and my life and music. And so I try and bring that now into everything I do.
Welcome to Alchemy. I'm Anthony Mason. Thanks for joining us. Our guest this episode, Sam Smith, is one of the most popular singers in the world. Sam's music has more than 57 billion streams. We first met in 2014 in Sam's hometown in England, when their debut album was just blowing up. Now, a dozen years later, Sam's here to talk about their stunning fifth album, Hazel Eyes. Alchemy is presented by our founding sponsor, the Flag Art Foundation, a great nonprofit that supports artists and exhibitions around the world. Here's my chat with Sam Smith. Sam, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on the new record.
Thank you.
Hazel Eyes.
Yes.
With it, I love the title song.
Oh,
it's
thank
absolutely beautiful.
That's my favourite song.
Is it?
Yes.
Do you have favorites? I wouldn't think you'd have favorites.
I do. I have favourites.
Yeah?
For sure, yeah. But I love them all, but that one is the one I return to the most. It makes me feel the best.
Yeah. What is it that makes you feel good about it?
It just feels very open-hearted.
Yes.
I love the lyric and the way that it was produced and the drums in it and stuff.
Yes.
It really just feels, I don't know, it feels like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've described this record as a warm embrace.
Well, do you know what? Someone else described it as that to me.
Yes.
A friend of mine.
Is that right?
And I ran with it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that sounds
sounds
nice.
good.
Yeah, it is.
Is that what you meant it to be?
I, like all my music,
Yeah.
I set out to capture the times that I'm in. Mm-hmm. I had bigger intentions with this record than ever before.
Yeah.
In terms of the way I made it, it was a very different process for me.
Yeah.
And took, actually a lot of courage for me to make this album in the way that I did.
Yeah.
But from the way that I made music before. But it's about non-binary love.
Yeah.
And gay love.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm singing with a freedom that I never grew up hearing queer artists sing with as much freedom as this on the global main stage of pop music.
Right.
So I'm very proud of the warm embrace that it is, but I also believe it is also quite radical as a record.
And that's why you say it required courage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your part.
I think actually it was more like the actual music, the making of the music required courage.
Yeah.
The content of it being a gay love story and a queer love story, that didn't take much courage.
Okay.
Because I am so queer and so gay and so open,
Yes.
and I live a very, very open life now. And so it came naturally to sing those songs. It's the way in which they were made, which took courage. In
what way?
Up until this point, I've made albums in a very commercial pop way.
Yes.
And I have written a few songs with a few different writers, a few songs with others, and then we compile them together to make the records. It was how a lot of pop records were made when I was young.
Yes.
And I aspired to make albums like that. But when it came to this album, I wanted to challenge myself and dive into a cohesive world of music where I wrote with no more than 4 or 5 people in the room with me.
Yeah.
And one of the writers, Simon Aldred, who's a friend of mine, was present for every single song on the whole album.
Yeah.
And with me writing. Yeah. And that had never happened for me before.
Oh, really?
No. And so it was going deep with a few people.
Yeah.
Was just exciting, but also all the people I dived into this with, they weren't commercial pop writers.
No.
they came from maybe more alternative singer-songwriter backgrounds. And so, yeah, it felt like a deep dive into new territory for me.
Yeah.
But still trying to keep the pop spirit.
You talk about needing courage to do this. Was it scary in some way?
It was more just scary in terms of like, you know, the industry, the pop industry I'm in, the coming off of the back of, you know, every single album that I've had up until this point has had a billion stream song on it.
Yeah.
And some of the albums have had multiple billion stream songs on it. And so there's an expectation sometimes that comes with a Sam Smith record for me.
Yeah.
And it's maybe an invisible expectation that I feel and a pressure that I felt since I was younger. And when I release music, it's not done quietly.
Yeah.
You know, when you know, I do an interview or I, you know, speak and stuff, you know, I think if I say something a bit controversial or different, it travels far and wide. I still believe this is a pop record.
Yeah.
But it's just softer and it's calmer.
Yeah.
And it's, I'm moving to the beat of my own drum.
Yeah.
And that was just scary to not write something without thinking about. I wasn't thinking about the audience too much when I was making this record. I was just confessing my heart at the time, and not thinking about, you know, the structure of a song, having a repeatable line in it, or you know, the pressure I would put myself to make things really catchy, which I still love to do.
Yeah.
But I took that out of this process.
Yeah.
And I just tried to go straight to the root of my heart and the themes of the record.
Yeah. But you fell in love with music basically through pop music, right? So that's not, I mean, it's not like you're rebelling against something. It's, you just...
No, I think I'm just honoring all shades.
Yeah.
I think that's what this is.
Well, there's beautiful restraint in parts of this record. It's
Yeah.
really... I mean, what my favorite song, I love Hazel Eyes. My favorite song is probably Thief.
Oh, thank you.
Which is just crawls under your skin in a very slow
Thank you.
way. And it has some... I wrote down one of the lines because I just loved it. I was sitting on the bus at night last night, and...
Good time to listen to that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It was like great for a nighttime bus ride. And in the line you have, but I have chosen to forgive, and if the fool in you forgets, I'll take my love back like a thief. Which is just, it's like, every time I heard it, I was like, this is fabulous.
Thank you. I think that's the most powerful song on the record.
Yeah. There's something about the beat under it too, and the sort of torn guitar that undercuts.
The whole thing is a numb rumble of a love storm.
Yes.
And I was always so scared about falling in love because, you know, I was scared that I wouldn't be able to access all shades of emotion in music if I was happy in love.
Oh, interesting.
I was very naive and young thinking that. But now that I'm in a beautiful relationship, I've now realized that it's the riding of the ups and downs together that make it so special. And I realized that I can access actually those darker, sadder, melancholy feelings, sometimes even deeper than I could when I was not in a relationship. So I tried to write love songs so many times, like requited love songs so many times, but I never could really do it until this album. And now I feel, and I'm just so proud that this romantic love album of mine also has songs like Thief on, and songs that are dark and stormy.
Yeah. You also at times on this record use the lower register of your voice to great effect.
Thank you.
Particularly in, was it Oh Mother?
Yeah, Oh Mother and Constant Companion. Yeah.
There's a line when you say, I feel betrayed in
Yes.
Oh Mother. That
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think there's really a freedom to doing that for me on this record.
Yes.
I think since changing my pronouns and you know, being able to I've always been a non-binary person, but
Yeah.
being able to vocalize that, wear what I want to wear, really walk inside of my body so freely like I have the last few years. It's also, I'm not afraid to access parts of my voice which I maybe would have avoided because they maybe sounded too masculine.
Yeah.
And I feel the femininity in the masculine of the low rumble of my voice, which is really exciting for me.
Yeah.
To have.
To the listener, it's like a surprise, and it just
Oh, good. I'm glad.
it rumbles. It's
Thank
really,
you.
really great.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's I think I feel like you've actually been playing with that for a while, though, because I remember it even 2 records back. I thought I heard your voice growing in ways I didn't expect.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all it's probably all of the cigarettes and the relationships and the tears and the tired nights on tour buses and the being chucked around the world so much from the age of 20 years old. My voice, I was always very passionate about the fact that I never wanted to be too pristine about my voice.
Yeah.
Too much of a perfectionist. Some of my favorite singers, some of their best works are for me when they're in their 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
And you can hear the life in their voice.
Yeah.
And I always aimed for that. Now I'm realizing that you've also got to respect the muscle.
Yeah.
I don't smoke. I haven't smoked for years now, and I look after myself because I still want my voice.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I think you can hear life in my voice as my body gets older, which I love.
I think it was the first time we talked, which is now 12 years ago. You said you were surprised that people liked your voice. I don't know if you even remember feeling that because you were so young, but
I think what I meant by that probably when I was younger is that I have always had a very weird relationship with my singing voice.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like dysphoria a little bit. I think a lot of singers have that. But for me, I have a very private relationship with my voice that I've learned is something that I used to be so hard on myself because I'm not the type of person who gets up and sings at an event, or if someone says sing for me, or you can go and busk or something, I can't do it because for me when I sing I have to be prepared. I have to be emotionally prepared, physically prepared. It's something that I actually find quite draining and scary.
yeah,
I think when I sing, it makes me very anxious singing in front of people. And I think the best of my singing is when I'm alone. In the bathroom, alone at home when I know no one's listening to me. That's when I think I sing the best. And on this album, I tried to capture that voice, that personal voice, and I think I did. But when I was younger, I felt like a disconnect between how people would react to my voice and how I thought it actually sounded.
Yeah. What were you singing for when you were younger and singing to yourself?
When I was by myself, and it's still to this day, when I do start singing by myself, it's probably more a moment of. It's like a spiritual thing for me, I think.
Yeah.
When I sing to myself, it's like a connection thing. I grew up singing in church. And some of the most magical pieces of music I loved as a kid were a lot of it was gospel music.
Yeah, you can hear that in this record.
Yeah,
sure.
And I think that when I sing from my heart by myself, it's this, it's emotional, spiritual thing.
Yeah.
To do that in front of people, I still find that really hard. I'm just so sensitive. And
what do you do to prepare for it?
Oh my God, I'm the worst. If I know I'm singing, it's Monday now. If I know I'm singing on Friday, I'm not in a great frame of mind for Wednesday, Thursday, and all day Friday, because I know that it's coming.
Yeah.
And I've had so much. I have trauma from performing live when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I had like vocal operation and stuff when I was 23. And before that, I was doing arena shows around America when I was 22.
Yeah.
And there was just these times where I had to cancel arena shows. And doing that at 21, 22, and cancelling shows on thousands of people have bought tickets for you on your first album. So you're like, they're never going to forgive me. These people are never going to want to come and see me again. You feel like you're fucking up your whole career, and you feel like you're disappointing.
Yeah.
All these people have spent their hard-earned money to come and see you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to step on stage unless I can sing live and give you a great show.
Yeah.
And I think through some of those cancellations, it's caused anxiety issues for me when it comes to performing live, which I am working through constantly, and I'm getting better and better and better each year I get older. I'm getting, it's easier to get on stage, which is good.
Is there something you have to tell yourself, or?
I basically have to get into a meditative state.
You do.
I have to like zoom out of the situation, remember that it's not a life or death situation.
Yeah.
I also feel like I have to be there for me now as a singer, as an artist. I feel like I'm trying to channel something instead of it all being on me and my body. and I try and remember that it's me and the band, it's me and the audience, it's the energy in the room, the energy of the time that we're in. You know, I'm singing love songs as a queer person. I also stand there with all the people that have come before me, you know, so I try and tap into that a little bit more as I sing. I'm a spiritual kind of like I don't know how to explain it. But I'm kind of like a bit witchy kooky. That's the worst way of explaining it. I love nature.
Yes.
And so I try and think of it as like a natural expression that connects me.
Well,
as though that's how I get through it.
Well, I remember when we first met, and we were in Great Chisel, and we went to that field where you you sat on a bench and would sing, just looking. And I said to you, why here? And you said, well, just look at it. And it was
that's
gorgeous.
Wild. You have been with me to the place that is. I return there all the time. Hardest moments, death, grief. That is where I sat with you.
Yes.
That was the first place that I felt connected to myself and my body and my life and music.
Yeah.
And so I try and bring that now into everything I do.
Why there? What was it about that place?
Well, I was out as gay when I was 10, right?
Yeah.
But I also never really got a chance to be in the closet because I was so femme.
Yeah.
So I always had a lot of emotional struggle in school, and even my house was very accepting of me. But even so, I was a big emotional, beautiful thing that always found it hard to fit into anything, anywhere. And you know, I am larger than life, and I'm always described as too much. Which I now wear as a badge of honor, but so for me, after school, I would come home, lived in the countryside, and I was so exhausted from fighting all day at school because I had to fight, you know, sometimes physically had to fight for my safety against people. And so when I got back home to my house, I would just go for walks for hours in the countryside. To recover, and nature became a medicine and an antidote to the difficulties of life, I think, as a child. And music as well. I'd listen to music and be in the fields and stuff like that. And food was great, but yeah,
we'll get to that in a minute. But I remember on that trip in 2014, we went back to your school. And
oh my gosh,
and you had just exploded everywhere, and obviously they were very excited to see you. And I thought afterwards, after I learned all this, I thought, I wonder if that was actually really hard.
For me?
Yeah.
Do you know what? When I think, I have to be honest with you, when I think back to that, I think it was, that school was my primary school. And so I have lovely memories there. What I find hard thinking about to that now is like, back then, everyone loved me. And I was like, I think I was like 22 when I spoke to you, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or 21, 22. And I just hit the big time. So like all my family, all the school, everyone loved me.
Yeah.
And what's so wild is you think about their relationship with me now and the figure that I've become and the more that I've become myself in my work and with my pronoun change and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be the same experience going back to that school with you.
You don't think so?
I don't know. It's like it was a weird time. It was like everyone, when I was with you at that time, everyone was happy for me, celebratory of me, but I was a gay man.
Yeah.
And wearing suits with my quiff and stuff, and I was still, I wasn't like how I was in school, which was way more femme, and so it's it'd be interesting to revisit those places with you now.
Yeah.
I think the primary school would be fine, but it was the secondary school for me that was always the hardest place.
We'll be back with Sam Smith in just a moment, but first a word from our founding sponsor, the Flag Art Foundation. This summer at the Parish Art Museum in Watermill, New York, check out the exhibit Until the Moon Comes Over the Mountain, Part 2, which highlights contemporary artists working with or referencing earthen and natural materials like stone, clay, wood, and in more poetic moments, night skies and stars. The show features work by Andy Goldsworthy, Michelle Stewart, Sonia Kelleher-Combs, and Delcy Morelos, among others. Flag's highlight choice this episode is This Land, Considering the American Landscape, at the church in Sag Harbor, New York. The exhibition looks at the themes present in imagery of American landscapes and runs until September 6th. And now you're a New Yorker.
Now I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And everything's changed. Everything's changed.
Has it?
I love England so much, and I still have my family there, and I go back there a lot.
Yeah.
But I found my place.
You did?
I found my place.
When did you know that?
I found my city.
Yeah.
Or
how did you know it?
I think I always weirdly knew. It's like some of my best friends who have been the most influential in my life. I actually met here when I was like 22. I met my first two boyfriends here in my 20s. I ended up almost like a lot of my nightlife and kind of dating life in my 20s.
Yeah.
I always came here.
Yeah.
It's always been a very safe place for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the gayest place in the world, is it not?
Is it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if you do the math, it's like there's more gay people in New York than anywhere
per
in the
capita.
world.
Yeah.
So like, I just feel so free here. The other day, like I got dressed to go out for dinner, and I came out and I had like a beautiful dress on with like these long black dress with my bag and my heels. And then I get in the car and my driver said, "You look beautiful." And I was just like, that's so nice. It doesn't happen as much.
There's about 3 places in America I can think that would happen. Right?
It's crazy. I mean, especially as well with all the horrors that are going on in the world right now for trans people, queer people. It's this special place where we get to exist a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And love has brought me here.
Yeah.
Where I took you to my childhood?
Yes.
My partner actually lives 10 minutes from there. So, which is crazy.
Wow.
I met him 4 years ago. I never knew him growing up.
Right.
And on our first date, he said that he grew up in the village next to my village. Which is wild. So I was like this lonely gay kid, just like dreaming of the big, like escaping and finding a boyfriend. And he was actually around the corner the whole time. Which is wild. And so it's beautiful. We have a very similar outlook on life, similar inspirations.
Yeah.
and so it's made moving to the city a lot easier and beautiful.
So what made you move to the city?
Him.
Yeah.
Him. I mean, I was getting to the point where I was getting tired in the UK.
Yeah.
Of, not feeling like I could be myself fully at times.
Yes.
And looking for an adventure a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I met him, and then it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to the Met Gala
Yes.
this year.
I've been 3 times.
You've been 3 times,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking
Lucky
particularly
me.
this year you went in an Erte
Yes.
inspired outfit.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Which Christian, your
Fabulous.
partner,
Yes.
designed.
He designed. He's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I feel like the luckiest person in the world to get to go to the event with the designer that so happens to be my partner, and
Yeah.
living in New York,
Mm-hmm.
going to that gala is just. I actually leave always feeling very inspired. For me, that gala is all about the actual exhibition.
Yes. Yeah.
And the incredible work that Anna and the Met and all of the amazing talents that put it together every year, I find that to be the most thrilling part of the whole thing is the celebration of art and fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion has become something. Fashion's always been a lifeline to me as a child. As you know, I used to wear full makeup and crazy clothes to school.
Yeah.
Got in trouble all the time. And then, when I met you, when I had my first album, I was in my suits and my quiz,
Yeah.
In a kind of form of drag
Yeah.
at the time, which was, fashion as an armor. And then now, with Gloria, my album, fashion became this way of kind of saying, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like fashion and the art of fashion has become something that just really means so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's such an incredible history to learn from, and just such unbelievable, powerful artists that are alive and are dead and past and gone. And I feel like the gala and the Met Gala just really celebrates everything that's good about that art form for me. So I love going there. It's a very glamorous night. And so
Even though the outfit weighed what, 50?
50, was it 52 pounds? Yeah, I was in agony for days afterwards because on my arms I had to drag it all day.
Yeah.
But I know it's crazy. In some of the pictures you can tell it's that heavy. But it was.
Well, you have to sacrifice for art.
Yeah, I got to change inside though, which
You
is
did?
nice. Yeah,
Okay.
I got.
So you didn't have to eat dinner in that.
I couldn't have eaten. I would have been laying on the floor. It was very, very heavy.
You've you recently finished a residency in San Francisco after a residency in New York.
Yeah.
Both of which were around 20 some odd shows.
Yeah.
In what for you are relatively small theaters. Why did you decide to do that?
After many, I've been performing in arenas now for a long time.
Yeah.
And I felt that after the Gloria tour, which was controversial at times, big, bold, glittery, naked, exciting, loads of dancers, it was an incredible show. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
But after that kind of spectacle of a performance, and after everything that happened over the last years with my transitions and changes as an artist, I wanted to connect again. And I did a gig. My first ever gig out of England was in the Mercury Lounge here in New York.
Was it? Yeah.
100 people.
Yeah.
And that gig changed my life. I remember that night and being there and couldn't fucking believe that I was singing in New York.
Right.
And that people wanted to come and see me. And I just remember the connection I had with the audience at that time. And I wanted to get that back, and I wanted to see my fans up close and get to meet them after the shows. And At the Warsaw, I got to do that. At the Castro, I didn't as much, and the Castro was different. The Castro was really a celebration of gay and queer community for me, and just an honour to.
What's the heart of it?
To reopen that theatre.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from doing it. But
is it easier in a smaller venue? The Castro, you said, was like, it's around 3,000?
Yeah, 2,000, 3,000.
3,000, and the Warsaw's around 1,000. Is it easier for you to sing in a smaller venue? Are you less anxious? Or is it the same?
No, it's the opposite. I'm probably more anxious.
Okay.
Yeah. But I needed it because it was good for me. Sometimes you have to lean into things that are uncomfortable.
Why was it good for you?
It just like it challenged my body again.
Yeah.
To not be in this kind of cruise control performance mode, because when you're in an arena, you've got to perform to the tops of the theatres, of the arenas. So you kind of get set in your body of how you perform and move for the shows. Mm-hmm. Whereas being in the Warsaw and the Castro, you're this close to people.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to kind of perform as much.
Yeah.
You have to connect.
Yeah.
And I wanted that challenge again, just to keep me connected on a human level to the audience, and it did that. Yeah. And it was a very confronting time actually for me with the music, because I realized there's some songs I really just don't like singing anymore.
Yeah.
And there's some that I do love, and there's it was a beautiful learning experience.
Why it's interesting, because Paul Simon, when he was sitting in that same chair, said that there are some songs he just won't sing anymore. And I said, why? And he said, I wouldn't write that song today.
Wow.
And I'm curious why you have found that there's some songs you don't want to sing.
I mean, I think that's beautifully put. For me, certain songs also just hold certain meanings, and I think there's some songs when I was younger that have become beloved songs.
Yes.
That I maybe didn't actually like as much.
Like as much then? Or
then in the moment, but I was like, I'm going to do this because I'm being told it's a great song.
Yeah.
And I wrote it, and there is goodness in it.
Yeah.
And so I released it, and I maybe don't have as much of a deep connection with it as a song as I do other ones.
Yeah. You mentioned in another podcast, Money on My Mind, but
yeah, I mean that's I just laugh every time I think about that song, because it's like it's, but also at the same time I'm kind of coming back round to that one too now, where I'm like it's like it's really fun and it's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a flow relationship with my songs. Sometimes I get tired, and then sometimes I see how much people enjoy them.
Yeah.
And I want to provide that for people too.
Right.
And then there's some songs that do not change.
Yeah.
That are just always amazing.
Yeah.
And feel good.
Which ones would those be?
Stay With Me and I'm Not the Only One from my first album.
Yeah.
Dance with a Stranger from my third album.
Yeah.
Unholy.
Yeah.
There's loads. I mean, there's absolutely loads. There's probably just like one or two that I have a tricky relationship with.
Yeah. Why? And it's because do they not feel like you? Is it?
No, they just feel. I just can't connect to them as much as I maybe once did. Mm-hmm. I think maybe sometimes you need to take breaks from songs. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I'm trying to face at the moment. Is it's saying I'm not going to sing this song anymore.
Yeah.
But I will return to it one day. I just don't want to sing it right now. Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean, I totally get that.
Yeah.
I would think if you sing something over and over again, at a certain point, you can't find the meaning in it anymore.
Joe, that is the other thing as well. Is like some of the songs that I'm thinking about, I have just sang so much.
Yeah.
So much, But yeah.
Rick Astley said to me once that he took 15 years off from performing. And he said, if I hadn't taken 15 years off, I could not sing Never Gonna Give You Up. He said,
I bet.
He said, everybody wants to hear it, and I understand.
Yeah.
He said, but there was, he said, the only reason I can sing it now is because I didn't sing it at all for 15 years.
Yeah, I bet.
And now he has gratitude for it. But
yeah, I toy with that all the time. Do I need to take a break? Do I need to step away from things? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
but I'm a sucker for it. I love.
What part of it are you a sucker for?
I think I love the travel a lot. I love to travel.
Yeah.
And I just love, there's just these moments. Some touring is hard.
Yeah.
Performing is hard.
Yeah.
But there's just sometimes there's these moments.
Yeah.
For me, it's when like the noise of a crowd or the appreciation from a crowd or the love, I guess it's the love between me and my fan base.
Yeah.
Feels so real in that moment.
Yeah.
I just feel so humbled by it, and I just feel so lucky and grateful, and just so in love with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that love that I have an addiction to. That it feels, for that moment, it feels like home, and it's worth all the thousands of moments that don't feel like home.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there, when you experience the anxiousness that you've talked about, is there any part of you that remembers in that anxiousness that there's that crowd out there that is all rooting for you? They're there for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what helps me get out of the anxious spirals a lot, is remembering that. But it's just hard. I think when you have an anxiety disorder, and it was a panic disorder I had for a few years.
Yeah.
It's just, you need to learn the tools of how to calm the nervous system down.
Yeah.
And keep the body calm.
And it's not necessarily logical.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, it's. I'm an imaginator. That's my job as an artist, as a songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, it's very visual, and it's all about my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
In that field that you came to, you know, where I used to sit, that's where I now know that that's the weapon that I bring to the studio when I write, is my imagination and my storytelling and my candidness with my life and what I'm willing to say, and in ways that I'm willing to sing, and the shapes and the colors and the imagery that I want to create through music.
Yeah.
That's what I bring to the table. And so my imagination is overactive.
Yeah.
And so it's learning how to switch that off is really hard.
Yeah.
And learning how to manage it and not have that turn into panic attacks and about things that aren't real.
I wanted to ask you about the copyright issue that you'd had with Tom Petty.
Yes.
Which I hadn't been aware of until you said it on stage, and I read about it, which was that they said there was a similarity between "Stay With Me" and "I Won't Back Down." Mm-hmm. But you said he wrote you a letter.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone I was going to say this story on stage, and then I did. He wrote me a letter when I was just before the Grammys that I won. I won 4 Grammys for In the Lonely Hour.
Right. And
he wrote me a letter the night before the Grammys, and it arrived in my room. And I was so pissed off when I read it. That's the truth.
Yeah.
I read it, and you've got to understand, Stay With Me was written in a basement in London.
Yeah. And you'd never heard I Won't Back Down.
I'd never ever heard I Won't Back Down.
Yeah.
Regretfully, actually, I, as a young kid, just didn't listen to men, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
The only male singers I ever listened to was Stevie Wonder and George Michael.
Yeah.
But I was a kid that just loved the divas.
Yeah.
So all I listened to was and girl pop, not just divas, girl pop, and so I'd never heard it, and we're talking about da da da. That's what it is. It's three notes, and when it all kicked off, I was very young. It was my first album, my first chance of success, of changing my life, of being able to finally achieve my dreams and do what I wanted to do. And then when I heard what was happening, I was like, that's crazy. That's awful that can happen in this life. I mean, I've now had it happen a few times and still battling something right now. And it's just it's heartbreaking when it happens, actually, but not because I think that the idea is so originally mine, because music is this big thing of inspiration and you can hear something, I guess, anywhere and be inspired, but if we start playing this game, then we're going to have to analyze everything.
And
he said it himself in the letter to me that there is only so many notes on the piano.
Yeah.
And that's why I was annoyed, because when he said that, I was like, you get it. So why is this happening? But I now, as I'm older, understand why. I understand that it wasn't just him. It was...
So what was he trying to do in that letter, would you say?
I think he was trying to say that I see you and I understand what you're going through right now, and I'm just sorry this is all happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which was actually very, very sweet and kind of him. And, you know, it was... And I'm so deeply regretful that I never responded to him.
Yeah.
I never wrote back to him. I was just a little sassy...
You were 22.
22-year-old queer kid. But, I mean, so I definitely should have written back to him. But I wanted to, since that happening, I have listened to his music. There's a song called It Will All Work Out, which just moves me and has actually become a song that I turn to in some of my darkest, saddest moments. It's actually from a movie called Elizabethtown. It's the first time I heard it watching the movie. Yeah. And that song has become a go-to breakup song for me, a go-to song in really intense moments. Yeah. And I loved it so much that I wanted to perform it at the Warsaw. And I performed it and I said sorry on stage to him, wherever he is right now, for not replying to that letter. And I feel like I let go of something by doing that, which was nice.
It is nice, though.
Yeah. I love Tom Petty's music, and I'm very inspired by it now.
When, in talking about all of this that you've been through, I'm curious how hard it was for you to write in the beginning when you were trying to fit into this sort of pop mold that you both loved, but wasn't exactly you. How did you deal with that when you were 20, 22, whatever?
Oh, do you mean the music I was making wasn't necessarily me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
I felt like the music that I made has always been me.
Yeah, okay.
It's more the presentation of it.
Ah, okay.
You know, and saying that though, me in my suits, when I did my first album and my second album, it was still me. It just was that I also sometimes wanted to wear dresses and skirts or makeup and or more color or, move in different ways. I didn't move on stage how I wanted to until I was like 25. Yeah. And I remember doing like a little dance on stage once and got like a whoop from the crowd, and I was like, oh my God, they like me moving in the way that I move when I'm in the club. Yeah. So I can maybe give more of that. Yeah. And then for years it was like this kind of like, oh God, like walking into like water, like should you do this, should you not, like moving freely and then being like no, because it was scary, like moving as a femme queer person in music videos, dancing like I was and like I now freely move now. I didn't have a lot of reference in pop music to that, if any. So it was never hard to make the music. It was always just hard to sell the music and to get on stage and deal with all of the bullshit that comes with being a gay artist and a queer artist on the pop stage of the world at 21. And even now, it's hard. It's still hard. It's I am a political artist, whether I want to be or whether I don't. Like, it's just from being myself. Right. It ruffles some people up the wrong way. Right. Yeah.
When we talked during the pandemic via Zoom, you said, and you had announced at that point that you were using they, them pronouns. We talked about how much courage it took for you to do that. And you took, even at that point, you were taking an awful lot of flack.
Yeah, it feels there's a lot. It's been a lot for years.
Has it gotten any better, or is it?
I think no, I'm going to say no, because I'm now even more aware of what's happening in the country.
Yes.
And the rhetoric that you see being used, and it feels it's scary.
I would think so.
Is the only thing I can say.
Mm-hmm.
And the more that I read into and educate myself with the stories of what's happening, it's petrifying publicly as a public figure. It's scary.
Yeah.
But as a person in my private life,
Yeah.
it's bliss. That's the only way to do it, because I am completely myself.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've made a romantic love album, but as you say, and to some people, it's also a political statement.
I think to love openly and freely as a non-binary person, as a queer person, is it takes guts right now.
Yeah.
In where we are in the world, just to be yourself and walk out the door and walk down the street, it takes guts. I mean, I have met the bravest people in the world, queer people from all over the world, from rural parts of America to queer people in parts of the Caribbean to queer people in war conflict zones of the world. We're so lucky in the places that we live, but the world is still in this place where gay people don't feel safe. Queer people, LGBTQIA plus people do not feel safe, and right now there's fear that it's reversing, and the good work is being reversed. And it's my job to walk this. I enjoy walking the wire of soothing, being an artist that can soothe, and understand my history, and to honor that, but also to remember that my gift and my music has the chance to connect to everyone, not just queer people, to all different. That's what's so amazing about music. Is just music is this connector, and music is an energy that goes through your ears into your body, and it brings people together in the live spaces. It brings people together all the time, and so it's just walking for me that line of being brave and courageous and speaking up, but also remembering the peace and the love messaging of music that I've always loved and devoted my life to, and honoring that as well. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah.
Are you, when you're writing music, are you ever writing it to make a statement? I don't get the sense that you are, but it does.
No, I'm trying to think. Sometimes.
You are.
Yeah. Sometimes. I think Unholy I was.
Yeah.
I think that there's a song called Hymn on my second album that I was. This record is a statement of love, and within that it makes me feel powerful, and it feels like a statement in itself. But I don't think I haven't written too many politically charged pieces of music or pieces of music that are statements in that way. Maybe I will someday, but I feel like if you can step out and sing just for me personally as an artist, I love singing about love, and I love singing about real moments, and I feel like if you can have people connect you through that, and then if I'm visually doing what I want to do, wearing what I want to wear, being who I am, then that feels like the statement that's suited to me and enough, I don't feel like I'm copping out of anything. I don't feel like I'm not using my power in the right way. Also, the other thing as well is I've just started a foundation 2 years ago called the Pink House, which is named after the house that you came to, so outside. And it's a foundation that raises money for trans and queer LGBTQ homelessness, and creating safe spaces and supporting places that create safe spaces for the community. And I'm really finding that to be incredibly fulfilling work for me. Yeah. And it's a way for me to put my passion and my kind of, I guess, my fight and my love for my community. I put so much of it into that, which allows me to enjoy my music being a diary of my life that sometimes involves that and sometimes doesn't.
Yeah. There's one other thing I want to talk about before we come to wrapping this up, which is, because I worried about this a little bit, that at some point we might lose Sam Smith from music because you love food so much. because I mean, you have a whole other Instagram identity.
I'm a pig.
Yeah.
Oh, hi piggies! Welcome to Hampstead, England.
When I was scrolling through that, I'm like, is Sam gonna open a restaurant and just give up singing?
No,
it's not gonna happen.
No, I can juggle the burger and the microphone.
You can.
I think, yeah. I love food. I like planning my days around it. It's my love language.
Yeah.
I find, comfort food, it's always been like, people have always spoken about comfort food like it's a negative thing. Yeah. As someone who gains and loses weight. But I've learned actually to maintain healthier weight and stuff. I've started to really, food is a comfort for me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually something that brings me beautiful joy. Yeah. And you just got to be respectful of when you eat it, how much you eat of it. But the good places you can kind of get 2 in 1, where it's nutritionist and nutritional and also really tasty. One of the big drivers for me to make music and to become a touring artist was so that I could go and try food around the whole world. Constantly. It's like some of my greatest memories are being in these incredible cities and the first time I ever ate steak in New York, I went to Del Fresco's. And I was 20 years. I saw it in a taxi cab. Yeah. I saw them advertising Del Fresco. I think it's Del Fresco.
Del Frisco.
Yeah. And I turned up there, and oh my God, the macaroni and cheese, the steak, the bread. I was like, fuck, this is insane. So yeah, I love food, and the blog is actually, for me, it's been a beautiful. I feel really connected. I started to feel a bit disconnected from people over the last few years, if I'm honest. Yeah. I think with the amount of abuse that I was getting online, and the amount of intensity that came around me over those few years, I just started to lose faith a little bit in in people. Yes. I think it happens. And from doing this blog, I'm talking to people online. Yeah. I'm communicating with people again. I'm filming I went to Tokyo and I got to meet all these amazing people who met this amazing guy called Kyle who has this incredible cake store that does the most incredible carrot cake you've ever had.
Yes, I saw that post.
Yeah, and I got to sit and talk to him, and he didn't know I was me. Yeah. He wasn't talking to me, knowing that I did music.
He wasn't talking to Sam
because he's in his food world, and so I got to talk to him, and it's made me feel very connected to people so far, and all that's my only intention with Sam Served and what I'm doing is just to connect to other people over food. Mm-hmm.
Just quickly, how do you get through all of the flak that comes back at you? How do you?
I have a lot of therapy. I have an incredible family. Mm-hmm. I have an incredible team of people around me. Yeah. That build me up. I've a very loyal team around me. unbelievable PR, unbelievable management that I've had since I was 20 years old, and these relationships which have gone through so much as I've changed and they've changed. We've all had to change together, and it's just formed this beautiful unit. And so when I'm struggling and things are hard, I have a soft landing all around me, and people that are building me up. But also, more than that, I have the gay community.
Yes,
is a place of joy, and there is safety, and there's so much comfort in history. That's something that I've really found, is that when I've been going through stuff the last few years, of course, and it's been hard for me at times, but in comparison to what my ancestors and the queer people around me from before have gone through, especially in this city, this building that we're in right now in New York, you know, I get to walk freely with the person I love, holding their hand down the street, can walk into any bar I want to with him, and for that I'm grateful, and that humbles me in those hard moments. I'm also I also look the way I do, and I'm very privileged, and because of the success of my music, I'm privileged. People know me for my voice, and you know, I feel very lucky. I don't have a lot to moan about. That's the truth. And so when it's hard, I remember those things.
At this point in your life, what does music give you?
The album I just made gave me sanctuary. After Gloria and that album gave me sanctuary and calm. So Hazel Eyes gave me sanctuary, and for me now, I've moved on in the creative side of me. I'm now working on other things, and I'm just music is all about fun right now. I just want to have fun. I just want to dance. I want to, you know, Madonna has just come with another banger, and inspired us all to dance. And I'm in a place in my life where I feel just very celebratory. And I just want to dance in the face of darkness. That's where I'm at.
Will you sign our guest book for us?
Of course. That's a lovely guest book.
Thank you. I picked it myself. Thanks for joining us. Alchemy has been presented by our founding sponsor, the Flag Art Foundation. To learn more about how they're supporting artists, check out their website, flagartfoundation.org, or follow them on Instagram @FlagArtFoundation. The executive producers of Alchemy are Rebecca Castagna, Alexander Mason, yes, that's my big brother, and me, Anthony Mason. Alchemy is produced in collaboration with Collective Media, founder K. Ryan Jones, editor Jack McCann, our director of photography, Chris Lueck, on camera Jeff Barry, our gaffer was Mike DiLorenzo, and on audio, Jack Norflus. My thanks to them all. If you'd like to be part of our community, just click my smiling face there to subscribe.